All right, here's my editing board. You can see I brought down one video clip. Let's take a look at the new functions and where we can find them. All the functionality is now found in this middle bar. Right in here is where you're going to see all the functions of editing, including the timeline slider view. Okay, this is very helpful if you want to make small cuts. Let's start left to right. Now, when you add a track, you can select automatically from a drop-down, whether it's text or video or audio. The undo and redo functions are still the same. Markers can be dropped if you want to leave a indicator. Bring your slider to that point and then click marker, and you can describe it if you want, and then it will drop that. You see that little orange thing? That's a marker. To cut a video, move your blue slider where you want it, and then you'll use the split function right there. It's the same as cutting. You can see the little scissors. So if I click it, it then makes that cut for me, and I now have different segments. Okay, I want to highlight the segment that I want to continue to edit. We can also view the audio levels here in this function here called audio and opacity. Audio will show the audio levels like before, and this is a visualization of all the sound that was recorded. Opacity means really a brightness or how well you can see through it here. We want 100% opacity. I would leave it as the default. When it's time to edit, you can either double click your video clip or you can click on the edit function. It's organized a little differently. Before it was across the top, now it's along the side, your major functions. Transform is still the same. You can change the size, you can change the position, which is indicated here by X and Y coordinates. Flipping and rotating. Here's another way to adjust your opacity. You can see it makes it very hard to read. Keep it at 100%. It will allow the option to fade in and fade out. You can adjust that right here. And then you can have some advanced settings and even a blurred background. If you ever get to a place where you don't like what you've done, just hit reset and you can go right back to the original footage. Next function down here is cropping. Very much the same as before. Using the sliders, you can cut out any dead spots. I don't like it, I can always reset it. Audio is pretty simple. Remember, you can adjust your volume control higher than 100%. For quiet talkers, I suggest at least 300%. You can also fade in and out and adjust that right there. Animation is a way of moving things from a starting position to an ending position. Keying is when we're going to select color so that we can make that particular color invisible. And it's used mostly for green screens. You have a whole bunch of options here where you can adjust the colors to get exactly what you want as a producer. And finally, speed. You can change the speed that is played. Remember, if you play it faster, the clip will be shorter. Don't forget to save your changes when you're done. They move the button to the upper right-hand corner so it's easy to see. And for this assignment, we started with a video screen recording of you doing a flyby and a zoom in for your virtual economy. Now that you've got this footage, you need to edit it. Exactly 1 minute worth of film. And once you show that community in the flyover, feature your constructions. I'll give you some time to edit your video down to exactly 1 minute. Shouldn't take very long. And then we'll do a recording session. You're going to use your voice to describe what you see on the screen, and then we'll finish with final finishing touches. Quick reminder how we do narration. Click on the narrate button, pick the default mic, which is in your Chromebook, and then when you start, you will see the video that you are going to describe. That's your 60-second clip. Then when you hit record, it will start a countdown and it will play in real time up here in your preview. And then you talk and tell me what you're doing, what you did, how many jobs are created, why it's cool. Give me all the good stuff. And then you'll hit stop. So here you can see my original video clip, which I've got down to 60 seconds. And then my narration clip right there, which is exactly 60 seconds also.